good afternoon. Welcome again to my back step. Got a couple of little projects to show you, nothing major. I'm gonna move a couple of things around just to make a little bit more space for myself. And I should be a bit more comfortable with it done this way too. As always, I got my backpack. I got some good stuff to cook up today too. I've also got my fire pit, of course. Most importantly, I got you guys to come with me. Alrighty. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm moving this big long bench that I've been sitting on the whole while. I'm moving it over next to the house. I've also got this chair here. My wife sits in here when she comes out, but I'll use it when she's not. Can you see the bench? Yeah, see that bench there? That's what I'm going to bring over to sit on now. It'll free up more space here. And it'll just be easier for getting around. I'm probably going to have to secure on a piece of that wood onto the house itself, because that's just laid in place. This is taller by about 2 or 3 inches, so it gives me a little more height when I'm sitting. Like I said, quick projects. Now you see, it frees up all this space here because my goal is to put my tent here and set it up so you guys can see it, and possibly, more than likely, spend the night on my back step. Yep, so I do have one other little project to do, so let's get at that. Now, why screws and a screwdriver? That's not bushcrafty at all. It's not meant to be. There's something I've said to you guys in the very beginnings of my videos that I've meant to show you all along, which I always have with me, just in case, because you never really know. I always have. Now, on my step I always have it. When I'm out in the woods I don't always have it. But I always have my little fire extinguisher, just in case. Because, A, I am on my step. There's dry material all around me. If a spark happens to catch something, I can run and catch it with this. It's not a big fire extinguisher, no, but I do have jugs of water just inside my door, just in case. Like 4-litre bottles of water. And, hey, you know, better to be safe and have it. Well, let's do it this way. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Right? I'm going to install, now I won't be leaving this outside, I'll be taking the extinguisher itself in with me. And here's why I got the screws, because it comes with a little hanger. And this is getting installed right here. So it's kind of tucked in out of my way. Now you can see that's secured in. There you go. Can you see that okay? There's a full charge on it. And that's that. I'm getting warm. I put on my jacket, my other little jacket, just in case, because if I start getting overly warm, I'm going to take off my big jacket, obviously. Yep. That is about the extent of my projects for today. But I do have some good stuff to cook. I also have another little surprise for later. It is a bit later in the evening too, so it'll go well, I think, as a surprise. That's my thoughts on it anyway. But yeah, I just got a couple of pieces of wood there to cut in half so I can split. Nothing big, couple of pieces of 2x4 that were out here. Like this. I'm just going to cut it right in half and then I can split it down and get my fire going with it. I also got a piece of maple over there leaned up right there in the corner. I can't wait to get cooking some stuff. Maybe I'll start working on... Here's my cane tipper, that fell out of my backpack. Let's put that back in. Put in my loops, it should stay there. I do have a project that I'm in the works of planning for probably my next video. Not 100% sure. Not really going to say anything about it just yet because I don't know exactly when it's going to come to fulfillment. But I'm so glad you guys have stuck with me through this. I know it's not always the most exciting videos to watch, but hey, it's something to enjoy doing and enjoy being a part of. Now I got a whole bunch of little tiny maple sticks there, look. You see them through the steps? Zoom out a bit so you can do it. Let's do it this way. Look at it. All laid down flat there. Like I said, you can see up around here now. There's still some that are cut off and just thrown about. I'm gonna take a day. Oh, wrong way. I'm gonna take a day and go up and collect those as well. So that's another little project, hey? Yeah, but right now, let's get this wood cut. Of course, I got my phone. Never leave home without it. Also got my little fire starter. Probably going to use this again today. Got my new gloves. I know I'm not fully in frame, but that was kind of set up so that you can see when I'm cutting my wood. This should just fit by cutting it in half. Simple as that. Now, just gonna gather some stuff together for tinder. Then I'm gonna do some shavings off of that fire steel, magnesium strip, block, whatever you want to call it, a fire starter. I'll just call it a fire starter, because it's simple, you know? That's the way I like things, simple. But there is a little bit of wind, so I have to be careful that the wind doesn't blow away what I'm trying to get together. So just straighten up my wood a bit here first, because it's all right around my fire pit. Then I'm going to have to make some small pencil stick size splits just to start my fire with. So I'll show you my prep now when I get it ready. Alrighty, so here's what I got. I got this real stringy stuff that I just scooped up. It's mostly just stringy maple bark and debris from the step, little tiny twigs. Then I've got my pencil stick and smaller, some a little larger size twigs. Then I've got my wood pile started over here, and of course my stack that was already there. So I'm in no way short for wood. Now let's get some of that magnesium strip shaved, and hopefully it doesn't blow away on me. Actually, before all that, you know what? I'm gonna dump this. I'll keep a few bigger pieces of charcoals because they'll burn up. But I'm gonna dump this. Now let's get a look. Wow. There's actually grate in there. I didn't go far to dump it, but it's far enough away that it's not in anybody's way. I kept these bigger pieces just because I'll use them to brace up my wood, and I'll put my little fire tinder bit there. Now, let's get to working on the fire, shall we? I took my gloves off to do this. I might actually need the glove like I did before. Something, I'm going to do it anyway actually. Something to catch the magnesium shavings so they don't blow away. Again, using the spine of my knife. I'll shave off a decent amount. That's fairly decent. Get it all together. Now, so I don't lose it, lay my other glove on. I'm going to put it on here in my fire pit. Let's show you. I'm going to take a whole lot of this stringy stuff and instead of making, I'm talking to nothing. Instead of making curls, I'm going to use this stringy fibrous bark and see if it works. It might work, it might not. There's always the opportunity for failure on my back step. Always. Now, like I did before, when I had the curls, I put the... Let me just show you. You can see my magnesium in there. And right here. It's already starting to blow away. I got this whole nest of dried stuff. A little bit over it, but right on the edge, because this, like I said before, is a flash tinder, so it goes up extremely fast. When it lights, it just burns up. That chain's getting in my way. There we go. I had too much of it covered up, see? That's the thing about this, you could see me trying to strike it, and it didn't want to catch at all. I had too much of the magnesium covered up with the tinder stuff, so it didn't want to catch. I moved the tinder back a little bit. Almost on the first flick after I moved the tinder, it caught right away. Like I said, I'm learning as I go. A lot of this stuff I haven't used in years. Some of it I've used more recently. These are only a couple of dollars. You can buy them in dollar stores. So for something that's a couple of dollars to have as a part of a kit, whether it's an emergency kit or a permanent kit for going in the woods, hey, even if you have to make all of your tinder, that striker stick is still pretty good. In my opinion, it throws a good spark. And I'm sure if you made the proper tinder, you'd have no trouble lighting the fire just off of that striker. Just off the fire steel part of it. Right now, you're in my seat. So I'm taking back my seat. I'm going to work on this fire for a bit. I'm going to get a pot of water on. So I'm going to put you over there so you can see what I'm doing. Alrighty, right off the bat, the fire is going phenomenal. I don't know, is having all this really dry wood cheating? Nah, gotta burn it anyway. Because either I burns it, or I'm gonna end up throwing it out. And that's just wasteful. I can use it for something. I actually have a ton of stuff in here today for the cook. Let's keep it over at the sun. Cup for my wife. I don't know when she's coming out. When she does, I got a cup there for her. Going to use this pot for today. I do have my other one in there, but I don't think I need it today. Don't have anything for the pot to cook. And I got my fork knives and spoons, which I need to find somewhere new to use. So I took my, there we go. A very full pot of water. Now, if you guys can appreciate how much this fire is going, I don't think you can see it that good. Oh, and I'm getting warm. Lower my pot a little bit. Get in a couple of larger sticks. Now it's just a waiting game. Let's get my cup ready. Now you're closer. That's a bit of a surprise for later. Oh no, I forgot my milk. I don't really need it, but I do like to have it. I'll do without today. In the spirit of true camp fashion, if I forgot it when I'm coming out, I don't have it to use, do I? Because if I was down in the middle of nowhere, I certainly wouldn't be able to run back in my house to grab some milk. Now I just gotta wait on my water. So I will, it's a few little bubbles getting in there, look. I don't know if you can see them or not. It's not that easy to see them there. Just some little tiny ones starting. But I'll get back with you when that starts to boil. Just going to tend to the fire and get my pot boiling. Alrighty, fire is burning really well. Yeah. Pot's almost boiled. So before that boils, I've got some tin foil. See if I can do this without squishing everything. And baked potatoes. I got two. There's only one I know, but I got two. See if I can fish out the other one. They were together. Oh, there it is. There we go. Two. I'm gonna wrap these guys up now and get them laid in the fire so that these start to cook, because they do take a little while to cook on the fire. But the fire is going really good, and I got a spot right here. Look, I can just drop them right down in, and they'll be right in the hot coals, and then I'll just keep the fire back a bit, and they'll cook out perfectly. Now what I like to do, one side of the tin foil is thicker when he rolls it up. So I put that thicker side down into the fire and leave the thinner side up. That helps to prevent it from burning up while it's in there cooking. The thicker side of the tin foil is towards the fire on both potatoes. And my pot's almost boiled. That means it's almost tea time. Okay, I cheated. I couldn't help it. I had forgotten. I made homemade bread, and I made some T-bones out of the homemade bread rolls. So my wife was out, and she's gone in to get something, so I got her to grab my little bottle of milk, my powdered milk, while she's gone, because I'm having my bread rolls with it. And it just tastes better when I got milk in my tea for my bread rolls. I've also got some hot dogs. I got a piece of salmon. I have a little piece of steak. And I have some cheddar smokies. It's like a big sausage with pieces of cheese inside of it. With my baked potatoes. So that's what I'm cooking up here today. She should be back out now in a minute or two. And then I'm going to make a roll while I put my hot dogs on. Sounds like a plan to me. Alrighty, there's a different view. So I'm going to put my hot dogs on now. Them are going to be the first thing that I eat. It's just two maple leaf wieners. Nothing special about them. But they are so much better cooked on a fire. bag. Maybe I'll throw those other sausages on the back too, and they'll start cooking as well. Yeah, that's the cheddar smokies right here. I believe they're Johnsonville cheddar smokies. Two of them on the back. I'll show you. The hot dogs are out front, they'll cook up a lot quicker than what they will in on the back. The potatoes are still in, cooking away. I'm going to get my salmon ready now. Well, I'm going to get my wife's salmon ready. I may have a little bit of it, but it's primarily hers. Just got a little salmon steak. Got another piece of tin foil to put it in. Not doing anything fancy with it. Just laying it in skin side down. Skin is still on it. Because the skin is probably going to stick to the tin foil. Just folding it up. Rolling it in. And that's going to be ready to go on. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh no. Well, I guess that one's mine. Oh, hot. I need a glove. These are about done. Had to move the other dogs back because they're never mind the noise that you hear in the background. There's a bag of chips that somebody's eating that don't want to be on camera. But I had to move the other dogs back. The cheese is starting to come out of them. I don't know if we can see it there. Right there. There's actual real cheddar cheese in those ones. I'm just moving back and let them slow cook a bit because I haven't even had my bun yet. Hot dog. Let's see how this bad boy is. Remember before when I said whenever you cook on a fire it's way better than anything else? Even something simple like a hot dog is way better on a fire. Look at the coals. I'm going to throw another few splits of wood in there now. And let that burn up again. And get the fish and the meat on. Alright, now for my meat. I've got my stick that I had last time. hold that in fire for a minute and let it burn off. Then I'm just going to put my meat right on the stick the way I did last time. It was getting smoky. That's just burnt off enough, don't you think? It's on fire, it's burnt off enough. This is a piece of boneless blade. It's the blade eye. So, believe it or not, people don't buy this because they think it's not a good cut of meat. Being a butcher, I know the difference. You can get the blade eye, it's a good cut of meat. Just like that. All my garbage is in here. Now on the mighty hunt. Salt and pepper. Onion and garlic. It's not quite in the fire. It's not completely out of the fire, so I'll just leave it like this for now. Once I get the grate put on, I'll be able to move it over onto the fire better. Here's my T-bones. I just sliced them in half. Oh no, come back. Not getting away that easy. See? And I'll just pop them there. Just a minute. They'll toast up perfectly. Or burn, one of it. And T-bone, cup of tea. I haven't been recording fully. Stuff is happening kind of chaotically. Hey, what do you do? I'm just going to have my rest of my T-bone. I'll get back with you in a little bit. Now comes the drizzly of the barbecue sauce. Which is not always so easy to do. That's why. There we go. Well now, when it's all said and done, I got part of my sausage. Somebody ate the rest of it. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to mention any people, like, you know, my wife. She'd never eat half of my sausage on me. No, not at all. They're so delicious. Well now, it's time to check the potatoes. They've been going for a while now without being looked at. And by looked at, I mean poked with a knife. Grill's hot. Oh yeah. Yeah. about done. It's just waiting on the fish to cook, really. Where I had the fish to, it wasn't really cooking out that well. It wasn't getting enough heat. Since I moved it down, it's cooking out way better. So yeah, baked potato. I have baked potato and steak for my wife. She has baked potato and salmon. All in all, it's going to be a good meal. And we may possibly share everything if she's feeling generous with her salmon. Yeah. We could go half salmon, half steak. Maybe. Hopefully. She's not even listening to me, as typical. Already the food is pretty much cooked. I'm going to start taking it up now. A little bit difficult recording at the moment while I'm doing some of the stuff. But here it is. When I get to taking up now and made, then I'll show you what it all looks like together. As you can see, I made quite a mess of myself again. Typical. But yeah, so a little bit of stuff to clean up. It's not bad. I'll show you now in a minute. It'll take me a couple of minutes to get this together. I'm so excited I can't even talk right. Alright, here's what I got. I got my half piece of salmon after. Yay! Steak, baked potato, salt and pepper on the baked potato. It's not a lot, but you have to consider too that we did eat sausages and rolls and tea, and it was a lot. And right now I'm just gonna throw a little bit of wood in that fire. See the coals there burning away. And I'm gonna go and enjoy this, and I'll get back with you shortly.
So good.
Well then, the both of us devoured that note. It was so delicious. Oh my god. Now, I threw a little bit extra wood on the fire. Why, you ask? Because normally, right now, I'd be letting the fire die out. But I did say I had one other surprise. It involves this. Not necessarily, but it does involve this. But it very much so involves this.
That's exciting.
This stuff, oh my god. You can even smell it through the cork. Oh, it is so good. It's Gibson's Finest. It's a very delicious whiskey. You do not need to mix this. You can just drink it right on ice. It's normally the way I would drink it. That's probably the way I'm going to drink it now. I did bring this because I can't drink beer at all, ever. I don't know why. I get physically sick and throw up if I drink beer. So this, or a Pepsi, or a root beer, is my choice beer. So yeah, fire's burning pretty good. The whiskey's out. Time to have a little drink, I think. There's another fire crackle. Cup. Oh yeah. This little bottle is actually more expensive than you might think.
Oh, I'm not on camera, am I?
No. you are being recorded when it speaks. I know it's not the most expensive whiskey by no means, but it is really good.
Very tasty.
That's good stuff. Just gonna sit here now, have my drink of whiskey, sit by the fire, let that burn down. I'd like to take this opportunity to say like, subscribe, and share. Most importantly, thanks for watching, and everybody have a great day. I certainly did, and I'm certainly going to have more. Until next time.